Guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, for those who are already subscribed, welcome to Wake versus the world. Alright, so in this video, basically in this series, Wake versus budget. In this series, we're literally just trying to find places which aren't gonna ruin my budget, but which also make things easier for me, which makes life easier for me. I said places, but I also mean things, you know. So today we're going to be reviewing Rain Wi-Fi, which is something we use at home. Disclaimer, I need to put this disclaimer out there. My experience with Rain hasn't been good for a multitude of reasons, which I will get into later on in the video. But from people who I've spoken to who literally live in an area that's close to a Rain tower, it's actually been bomb, because literally it's affordable Wi-Fi, unlimited, can be 4G or 5G depending on, you know, what you choose, and it's amazing. So the first thing you do when you get Rain is you must check your coverage. Always check your coverage. Go to the Rain website, scroll down to the bottom and check your coverage, right? They let you put in your address and they tell you where it is. So for me, where I live, my coverage is like, it's close to the edge of where 4G and then no coverage. So there's like an area which is like 5G coverage, which means it's got like very good coverage. Then there's an area of 4G coverage, which means it's got good 4G coverage, right? Doesn't always have to be the best, but it's good 4G coverage. And then there's like areas where there's like no coverage, like Rain doesn't work in those areas. Me, where I live, I'm like on the border. Okay, I'm very close to the border of where 4G means no coverage, right? So obviously I won't really have quite the best of experiences with the Rain. I knew it when I bought the SIM card anyway, so it's not like a ooh, you know, I wasn't like, whoa, we came out of nowhere. I sort of had an idea of what it was going to be like when I bought Rain. There are tricky situations there, and you choose which plan you want. We chose the 250 plan, so it's 250 rand off. Is it off demand? It's off something, right? Basically, you won't have Wi-Fi during like high demand times, which is between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. So those are times when, you know, everyone is always on their phones, everyone kind of needs Wi-Fi during those times. They won't give it to you. So it's 5 hours of no Wi-Fi, and then from 11 p.m. until 6 p.m. the next day, you pretty much have unlimited Wi-Fi, right? So that's the option we chose for the reason that I do my schoolwork in the morning, which is the reason why we even bought this Rain Wi-Fi thing. I do my schoolwork in the morning, so my mom was like, okay, at least during the morning up until 6 p.m. you have Wi-Fi, like, so you're kind of set. And then during those 5 hours of like you can either buy a gig also from Rain, which is 50 rand per gig. You can actually buy it there, or for us, we used my mom's Telkom special deal, whatever she has going on with Telkom. At some point I did want to upgrade to the 24-hour unlimited period, but Rain has such bad network for me that it wouldn't make sense to almost double what I'm paying for like an extra 5 hours of like bad Wi-Fi. Like, it doesn't make sense. You buy the SIM card, it's 1 rand. Well, for me it was 1 rand, guys. Other people are saying you charge them a little bit more. I don't know why. Don't question. For me, off of my card, they charged 1 rand. And I was like, okay, cool. We waited a couple of days. It actually didn't take that long. Then it was delivered. Also, this was during level 5. This is when we were still in level 5. So, you know, things weren't delivering like next day, same day. Like, it was like they had to have a bulk of things that they had to deliver, so they make like a few trips. So it actually came really quickly, relatively quickly. Number one. We put it into the router, those like mini mobile routers. We put it into that, and we had already gotten that from Telkom, from like, you know, the previous deal that I was talking about. So with Rain, oh, also in terms of payment, you pay for the Wi-Fi you've used. Does that make sense? So for us, initially we had gotten it around mid, almost towards the end of the month. And then at the end of the month, they only charged us 83 rand because we hadn't used a whole month's worth of Wi-Fi. And then the next month, at the end of the month, they charged us 250 because we had used a month's worth of Wi-Fi. So that's how they charge you also. So what happened? So here at home, right? At this point, there were 3 of us living here. 2 of us were varsity kids, so me and my sister were varsity kids. And then there's my little brother who is, he goes to public school, right? So it's not like a private school thing, right? But the work that they give them is through this other app. It's called D6. So all 3 of us had to be connected to this Wi-Fi in the morning, right? And the way this worked for our situation was that Rain could only handle 1 laptop and 1 cell phone being connected in one time. If 2 cell phones were connected, the 3rd phone, which was normally mine because I woke up late, it would barely, like, it wouldn't, nothing, right? Nothing. So it was quite tense, I won't lie. So during the night, I would have to download my notes. After that 11 o'clock when I had Wi-Fi again, I had to download my notes so that during the day, my sister, who had like Zoom calls and Zoom type of lectures and tats, she could connect to the Wi-Fi on her laptop. And then my brother would use his phone to get the notes from D6, the app. So that's how we kind of functioned for a while. It kind of got annoying at some point because I sleep very early. So if you know me, I sleep at 10 or I sleep around 9. So this having to stay up till 11 to download my notes was irritating me. So my sister started waking up later and later to study, which means me, who woke up by myself at 7 in the morning, by 8 o'clock I was the only one who was connected to the Wi-Fi, so I could download all my stuff before 10 o'clock when my siblings could come back. And then my sister would connect, and then, you know, I'd already have all my stuff downloaded, that kind of thing, right? It took my phone a long time to get used to Rain because it has a very low bandwidth, internet words. It has a very low It has a very low broadband width. That's what I was trying to say. And my phone, being the bougie little iPhone it was like, we want quality Wi-Fi, not this whatever you're serving us. It was not a good experience. But after, I think it was only when we got to level 3, imagine, I don't remember how many days it was, but only when we got to level 3, my phone finally got used to connecting to the Wi-Fi. But I also suspect this because my sister at this point had left. She had gone back to varsity. So I'm not sure which one it is. But like when I connect to Wi-Fi on my phone, I can only watch YouTube videos on like the lowest of quality settings. I can't upload stories of me talking, which is why for a while people who follow me on Instagram, I used to only upload pictures of me and then I'd like have a whole caption at the bottom. But I can't upload like stories of me talking, like a full video story. I couldn't do that. Twitter was also quite a problem in terms of loading videos. So it was just like, it was like bare minimum Wi-Fi. And I also couldn't watch my lecture videos. But luckily, our like student interface is free. So I would be able to at least watch them on my phone using data because it wouldn't charge me for my data. But yay, ha'atana. It was messy. When the UCT data does come in, at least then I know that I can download all my notes from the UCT data until it runs out. Then at that point, I'll rely on the Wi-Fi because sometimes it doesn't even work. There'll be days when it doesn't want to. Number one, when it's raining, you can forget it. It has to be clear. It has to be clear skies. It has to be shining. It literally needs to look like the best summer day to go to the beach for the Wi-Fi to work. Number two, it needs to be put in a special position. Right, so I told you guys we have those routers. I'll try insert a picture if I have one. And we literally have to put it up in a certain place. So it only turns green, which means good. Well, not good, like bare minimum of good network or like coverage of the house. We have to put it in certain positions and the router constantly has to be charging. And it's going to be yellow. And once it turns yellow, it's no longer working. Once it's red, it doesn't even pitch up. You know when you press the Wi-Fi thing on your phone, it doesn't even pitch up. It's so bad. Like it's... So for me personally, Rain has worked. Rain in terms of, yes, it's 24 hours. Well, for us it's 19 hours. 19 hours of unlimited Wi-Fi. It's been good on some days because some days it actually works nicely. Like I can literally watch my lecture notes online same time. My brother can do his work on his phone as long as my phone isn't connected. It actually works well. During the weekends I can watch my YouTube videos. It's bad quality, yes, but I can still, you know, watch the YouTube videos. I can stream some things on Netflix sometimes, but I can't download anything on Netflix. So that's kind of been my experience, but also it's because I live so, like, you know, on the edge of the coverage thing. So overall, I would rate it, personally, I would rate it a 4 out of 10. But for people who actually do live in, like, and who live close to a tower, or you live like within a city and your coverage is good, it's something I'd recommend, because 250 for unlimited Wi-Fi is actually quite good. So you have to weigh out your options. How much are you actually spending on data every month, where you could just literally be splurging on Wi-Fi, especially if you live in a good place? And people who I know who live in places of good coverage, they've gone for the 24-hour unlimited Wi-Fi because it's been so good for them. It's literally like res or school Wi-Fi, and it's 400 and something, or 500, or if you want to go 5G, slightly more expensive. It's literally such a good deal if you live close to a tower and if you have good coverage. That's probably not the best of Wi-Fi, but it's also not bad. Like, it works. You could watch stuff off of that, you could email, you could literally everything you needed to do with the Wi-Fi you could do. So that's my experience with Rain. Hopefully Rain, like, you know, they grow as a company. They're also a new network, so I can't wait until they grow, because they are literally so affordable and it works out. But it's also like your target audience, your target market, people who need, broke people. We don't live within in the city, we don't live deep within the city, in these bougie suburbs. Your target market is outside. Please, you know, come to us, that's all I have to say, honestly. But it's been good, it's been okay. To recreate the SIM card, when they deliver it to you, you're going to need a copy of your ID and your proof of residence. So my proof of residence, I used my bank statement, because it almost has my address on it, it has my name on it, and I was the one who signed up for it. For people who don't have bank statements readily available, you can sign up for Rain using your parents' names, and then you just use like one of those utilities thing, and then have a copy of their ID, because most of those municipality things, they have your address, they have your name and surname in full, then your ID copy, you know, works out. So yeah, that's been my experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you did. I'll probably do more reviews on like places like, or things like this, things that are affordable that I've actually tried out myself. This is my first time filming at night, because normally I film during the day and my window is here. Like, okay, my window is here, like sort of I'm looking at it, right? So the light comes in this way and nicely. But now I'm filming at night and my light switch is there, so my light is coming in this way. So this part of my face is dark. I'm so sorry to all those perfectionist people who like who notice also like the whole time. I'm sorry. Hey guys, we are still brand new. We don't have ring lights. I'm also not trying to buy a ring light for YouTube channel. I literally just started. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. So please do, you know, do everything you are told to do in every single YouTube video. Please do share, like, comment on other stuff you'd like me to review if you do have any things, and subscribe. Broke student on a budget trying to be bougie. Don't ask me why I tried to make a song out of that. Woo! There's time this. I'll see you. I miss groove.